Hi everyone, welcome to the Muster Drill. I'm Scott on board the Carnival Horizon. We're here at Bimini, however, we did not spend the day at Bimini because of the weather. Hi everyone, welcome back. So it's our first day here, our second day, our first full day on the ship. Obviously there was an itinerary change, and so we came straight to Bimini today, and we got here around 7 o'clock this morning. Weather's terrible, was pouring down rain most of the day, and so therefore we had to cancel our excursion to the Bimini Beach Club. It's okay, we were there 3 weeks ago when we were here on the Carnival Parade, so, it's not that big of a deal, but of course anytime you miss out on a port day or excursion day, especially because of rain, it's kind of a bummer, but, we're dealing with it. We spent the day on the ship, obviously plenty of things to do on a, great big ship like this, so, it wasn't all lost, and we were taking it in stride. We'll be at Half Moon Cay tomorrow. We're hoping, for much better weather there. But, so now I've been on the ship for just about 24 hours now, and I am, sad to report that I still do not like these elevators. Anyway, so we're here on Promenade Deck 5. And as you can see, it's, the sun is out a little bit, but the skies are really cloudy, and, it basically has been raining since about 7 o'clock this morning. So, and of course, we're leaving Bimini here in about an hour or so. And so, it didn't really leave us any time to get off the ship. But we spent some time at the, Havana outdoor area today, so that was nice. It's a little crowded, not a lot crowded, but I'd say, it's obviously less crowded than the main pool deck, and it's probably not, it's definitely not as crowded as like Serenity and stuff. We were able to, find plenty of chairs to find there and stuff like that. So, it's a cruise ship. It's going to be crowded. It's just the way it is. It's no big deal though. We're dealing with it. So yeah. But anyway, kind of a bummer that we didn't get off the ship, but otherwise, we're having a good time. We went to the show last night, and it was the Welcome on Board show. It's a little bit of a preview. You get to meet the performers and stuff. Definitely like the performers better on this ship than I did on the Pride. Not that I didn't like the performers on the Pride, just definitely, it's like anything else. Like some people more. You think, you like something a little bit better than others, but otherwise, it's an okay day. I'm just really bummed about the sun now coming out now, though, right before we're getting ready to leave. So, yeah, really wish we could have, just really wish that we could have had a day like this all darn day. Yeah, so far, the cruise is great. The ship does obviously have more people on it than the Carnival Pride did, but at the same time, it's still not super crowded. It's definitely not at full capacity. I'd say this ship was probably more closer to 70% than the Pride was. I think the Pride was, more like 50% maybe, but the Pride obviously has way less capacity than, the Carnival Horizon does. So we're up here on deck 12. This is where the obstacle course is. I guess they call it the Sky Course and the Sky Ride, which I don't know if you can see up there is the station where, right there, right there is the station for the Sky Ride. I haven't seen anybody riding it yet today. I was really surprised at how, given the circumstances of the terrible weather, most people, canceled their excursions, and yet the ship does not feel super crowded. This is like one of the main areas of the ship. So, like you can see probably like down here behind me, that's like the main pool area or whatever, and of course you got, the sky stuff up here, and you got the water park here on the opposite end. I was really surprised at how empty the ship felt, even when you were in some of these busier areas that always tend to be where most of the people congregate. And I think it stopped raining around, I don't know, around maybe 2 or something like that, 2:30 or whatever. So maybe some people jumped off real quick to like run into Bimini or whatever to see what was going on. But otherwise, I think most people stayed on the ship, just because it wasn't just raining. It was downpouring. When I looked at the forecast or whatever, they said it was going to be something like 3 to 4 inches of rain in an hour or something like that. So and it was really coming down like that. So I think most people stayed on, again, especially since, judging by the line that we saw when we went to guest services to cancel our excursion, there's so many other people there. Actually, when we walked up, they didn't even ask us what they could do for us or how they could help us. We literally stepped up when we were next in line, and they said, refund? So they knew like everybody was there for a refund. So yeah, I'm sure you can see Bimini there behind me. Just a beautiful island. Definitely my new favorite Bahamian island. Love it here. It's not really built up too much, so there's not a lot going on, but so I'm up here on deck 14, which is deck 14 forward, which is Serenity on the Carnival horizon. And this, again, I mentioned in an earlier video that I'm not crazy about how this Serenity deck is laid out. Another thing I don't like about this Serenity deck is how absolutely close to the water slides and the water park it is. Now, I haven't necessarily heard a lot of noise up here from the water park or the water slides, but there's a possibility, right? There's always a possibility of things like that. So I'm not 100% a fan of the placement of this one, but otherwise it's still Serenity, right? It's still a great place for you to come where there's no kids, and it's laid back, and it's quiet, and there's a lot of seating. This is, of course, my favorite seating here. It's like a clamshell kind of thing, and we definitely are always seeking those out when we're on Carnival ship. And we look forward to coming up here and chilling out. And so I didn't want to stop filming today without catching some, filming here on one of these 2 forward decks. This class ship, as well as the Dream class, I think possibly the Sunshine class, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I know there's more than one class, and there's even one of them, and I, again, can't remember, I'm sorry about that, but one of them you can actually get to the side a little bit and you can see down the side of the ship, but I really missed these decks when I was on the Mardi Gras and the Pride, because it's one of the places that I like to come to, even like on a sea day. It can be windy, but there's some seating up here, and I don't know if you can see this up here or not, but that's the bridge right up there as well. So the captain and everything is in there, and there's 2 decks, and there's a staircase here on either side of them that goes in between the 2. And the way you find them is you find them on you go into the cabin decks. I think I'm on deck 7 now or something like that, or deck 8, and then you just go all the way forward to the cabins, and then it just looks like it's gonna dead end, but there's a door usually like on the sides or whatever, and you just go out that door and it brings you out here to these decks. It's really one, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that know about these decks, but there's a lot of people who don't know about these decks either, and it's definitely one of my favorite places on whatever class ship has them. Like I said, not every class has them. I definitely was missing them on the last 2 Carnival ships, but I was happy to see there was one here on the horizon. I'm definitely spending you know, a bunch of time here. But yeah, so I didn't want to stop filming today for, you know, without actually coming out to one of these decks and doing a little bit as we you know, as we say goodbye to beautiful Bimini once again, but not for the last time, I'm sure. I think that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. And then don't forget to click the subscribe button. It won't cost you anything. You click it once and you're done. And don't forget to click the notification bell so that you know every time we upload a new video. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.